Hello everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 altcoins that I bought today. And of course, I'll go into details why I think those 5 altcoins are going to be big, especially in the upcoming future. And I feel like they each have their own place in the crypto world. So if you're interested in cryptocurrencies or you are in Bitcoin or Ethereum, but you haven't really dabbled into other different altcoins, I think this is a good video for you. So basically today I had $5,000 to invest. I had extra cash and I was like, all right, so I'm going to split that $5,000 into $1,000 each. So I have 5 different types of altcoins that I can buy. And basically I just looked for like what's trending, what's the best type of altcoin in like most popular, or what has the best potential, or what have you, So I looked into like many different factors, and I'll cover those in further detail. But basically, I narrowed it down to 5, and I think those 5 have really good potential. So they should definitely be in your radar if you're a cryptocurrency investor or you just don't know what to get right now. So before we get into it, I should emphasize I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. Make sure you check out my channel if you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button. If at any time you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any comments, leave it in the comment section. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so basically, as you can see, I'm logged into my Coinbase Pro account, and I really recommend or highly advise that you use Coinbase Pro and not Coinbase, because Coinbase, you incur a lot more fees. With Coinbase Pro, it's basically the same thing. You just incur a lot less fees, and you can switch from, or you can transfer from Coinbase to Coinbase Pro account like relatively easy. It's free, by the way. A lot of people always ask me if it's free, or they think it's not free because it's like a separate thing. But yes, it's free. It's just like another app download. So as you can see, basically my Coinbase Pro, this is just my small portfolio of what I like to call like altcoins, or stuff that like I'm considering trading or I just bought. So as you can see, I have Shiba Inu. I've had that for a while actually. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've held on to Shiba Inu. Basically the same amount that I started with. I'm still plus like I think double. That was like up, I don't know, 4-6 times, 6x back when it went to the moon. But of course, everything that goes up must come down. So I've been holding on to Shiba Inu, and so Shiba Inu was one of the ones that I added today, just because, well, for many reasons, but that I explain further in my other videos. But obviously, like Shiba Inu has a strong following. It's gonna be added into Robinhood, and that's gonna be like a huge catalyst when that happens. And I feel like in general, there's been a lot of whales that have been accumulating Shiba Inu. They kind of see it as like a bigger potential than what Dogecoin was, especially because Shiba Inu is built off the Ethereum network. So that's why I feel like it has a lot more capability. And not only that, it's like probably the number 1 meme coin so far. So it has a strong following, strong ape following, I would like to call it. So anyways, I just added extra Shiba Inu from what I originally had. So the next thing on the list, as you can see, I have Cardano, and then I have Axie Infinity. Then I have Decentraland, which is Mana, and I also have Solana. So those are the 5 altcoins that I have basically. So Shiba Inu, Cardano, Axie Infinity, Decentraland, and Solana. So I'm gonna go into the other 4 in detail. I'm not really gonna focus on Shiba Inu, but I am gonna cover the other 4, why I picked those 4. So if you're still interested in the details of why, stick around. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so starting off with Cardano. So obviously, if you look at in terms of like market cap, Solana and Cardano are pretty high up there. There's only a very like small amount of cryptocurrencies that are higher than that, and those are like the more mainstream ones. Solana and Cardano are very similar in a way, but they're also very different. And however, they're kind of like neck and neck, fighting for like I would call it the Ethereum number 2 spot. All right, so taking a look at Cardano. So right off the bat, it was created by the co-founder of Ethereum. So that's already like a huge plus, just having like that backing. And so we take a look at the consensus mechanism, which is basically like how Cardano like works, it uses this thing called the Ouroboros consensus mechanism, which is a verification mechanism developed by the Cardano Foundation. As part of this mechanism, users are permitted to stake their ADA, which is Cardano, and participate in the transaction validation process. So you can either users can run their own staking pools or choose to delegate their ADA to an existing one. So what distinguishes this mechanism from namely the POS is that user stake needs to be present only when the snapshot of the network is being taken. So this is kind of cool. Right off the bat, my understanding of it is basically it doesn't work like Ethereum. So if you stake Ethereum, you basically stake it for like a long time and you can't like unstake it. It just sits there. So you're basically staking it. And specifically if you're staking it for Ethereum like 2. So however, based on what I'm reading here, you're able to stake it only like a certain amount of time. After that time, you're able to unstake it, do whatever you want with it, or keep staking it if you want, and then keep accruing that yearly return. So in terms of programmability, sorry, I can't like pronounce things. Cardano recently had like a new feature like last year where it was able to get smart contracts in, and that was a huge catalyst. It basically cost like the whole price to search like 3x, if not more. And of course, there's been a lot of upgrades. There's a lot of projects in the works for Cardano. So there's a lot of things that are exciting. There's also a lot of partnerships that are coming in. So there's a lot of exciting stuff for Cardano. I feel like it's barely just starting, and it's definitely like up there, as you can see in terms of market cap. It has, even though it basically crashed from like $3 back down to $1 around there, it's still strong. It's still one of like the top 10, if not top 5 cryptocurrencies in terms of market cap. So there's a lot of faith in Cardano, basically, I want to say, in terms of like being like the top players. All right, so moving on. So Solana is also another one that's very interesting because I hear Cardano a lot, but I'm starting to feel like I hear Solana even more. Solana is considered a layer 1 blockchain protocol that utilizes proof of history. So that's a different type of mechanism from Cardano. And basically Solana, like overall, like the main difference is that the transaction throughput. So it says on the network, it has like 50,000 transaction per second speed, and it's scalable up to 100,000 transactions per second as well. So it has way faster speed in terms of compared to Cardano and even like Bitcoin, of course, and like other cryptocurrencies. And again, this one's also relatively new. It has 100 or 1,000 plus validators in the network. It just has like so much going on, and it even says right here there are currently 200 plus projects that have already been created on the ecosystem. You can see like the huge spike of like the price, and yeah, so that's just another big one that I've been hearing a lot from like big players, like big type of investors. Solana has definitely been like making huge tides in the ecosystem, and it's just been in the radar, or my radar. So that's one of the reasons why I consider Solana as like another big winner that might be a huge winner in the up and coming year, or this year, and so on, many years. So now we're talking about Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity is actually really unique in a way because it's basically tokens off Ethereum, and they're used to basically play this game, and it's kind of like a battling game. So basically, Axie Infinity allows players to collect, breed, raise, battle, and trade token-based creatures known as Axies. So it's kind of like, or this got inspired by a popular game like Pokemon and Tamagotchi, stuff like that. So it's very interesting because each Axie that you used to play with is technically a NFT with different attributes and strengths, and can be entered into 3v3 battles. with the winning team basically like leveling up their axes, and there's even like this whole like you can like bread the axes together and stuff. So there's like a lot going on with like this game, but it all uses like the Ethereum blockchain, and basically it has like the play to pay model. Like basically you're kind of playing, but like you can use this stuff of like features that you're playing with and then like sell them and stuff. So there's a lot going on there. And then I think I even read somewhere where it basically has over 2 million like active monthly users or something. So it's a very popular game. And I remember like actually hearing like an ARC analysis about Axie Infinity, and they were actually really surprised of like how far it's gone. And basically they see a lot of like a really good future for Axie Infinity in games in general, built off the Ethereum blockchain and stuff like that. So that's another one, and that's basically why I picked it. I just feel like it has a lot of potential in the gaming world. All right, so lastly is Decentraland Mana. So Decentraland and the whole metaverse and everything, there's like a lot of hype to it. I feel like the level or the peak level of hypeness just hasn't like kicked in yet. I feel like it's definitely gonna be up there as we get more into the future. Metaverse is looking like the whole virtual reality and all that is looking more and more like it's gonna be like the thing to go to in the future, at least. You have AI and then electric cars and all that, and then you kind of have the metaverse, stuff like that. So Decentraland and Mana, basically, it's on the right path of utilizing, again, just like Axie Infinity, but this is more like general, like more virtual reality type of game that's using these tokens. And the cool thing is, like, if you want to learn more or if you want to get into this, they have like a really good beginner's guide. They go through like the whole process, like what is a wallet, why do you need a wallet to play, and like what is the blockchain, what is an address. Like they go through like all of this for like newcomers, and they kind of it just exposes or add to that a whole adoption, and especially to the younger crowd, the younger generation. This is like their thing, the whole virtual reality and everything. So they're gonna get exposed and adopted into this new type of world where cryptocurrencies and blockchain and all that is basically the future. So this is looking pretty good as like the number five spot, and basically the top five altcoins that I think are going to be, going into 2022 and in the future. So all in all, that's basically my portfolio. That's basically what I did with the $5,000 that I had today. And it seems like it was in a good time because everything's actually starting to rally up. I'm already up like $300 or $400 since I got in with these altcoins. So all in all, let me know what you think. Are like, what's your other favorite altcoin besides these five? Do you think these five are legit, or are they good investments? I want to know your opinions. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave anything in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video.